I was not a cat person. I was never a cat person. For me, whenever I think about cats, it was always I have to feed them, I give them a home, I take them to the doctor, and they won't even pay me attention in my own house.
When we met, he always wanted to have a dog. And I was like, well, cats are my passion. I have cats all my adult life. I love them both. And his answer was like, oh, no, cats sting.
Even in the beginning with Simba, me and Simba's relationship was just, okay, this is a cat, I gotta deal with this. But over time, it changed from him going to her to him coming straight to me. He's not a cat, he's my cat. There's nothing else in the world that's like Simba. Simba's the only reason why there's been 9 other foster cats, and he gives me hope. He gives me hope for cats. We was traveling to Belgrade, and the idea then was to do a road trip. And while we were driving all through Serbia, this little pup ran in front of our car while we were talking about the scenery. So I swerved to miss her, and we pulled over just to see how she was doing, just to make sure she was okay. The plan was just to give her some food and to kind of be on our way. But then we seen the condition that she was in. We just started giving her all the food that we had in our car. We stayed on that highway for probably about 45 minutes, just waiting to see if there was another pup that was with her or a mother was going to be there, but she was by herself. We were just like, what do we do? In my head, I said to myself, I want to take her. But I'm like, how do I convince her?
Always been a cat person, and as much as I love all animals, we were traveling around the world. We were digital nomads back then, so the thought of having a dog was like, okay, we can't travel with a dog everywhere because, you know, you can't get them on planes. And I was like, we can't take a dog, like, are you crazy? And he was like, well, why don't we take her to a vet, just make sure that, you know, she's good, she's strong. And I'm like, okay, and then we find her a home. Can't be that hard to find a home to this beautiful puppy. She's so cute.
There was no vets open that day, so we had to keep it with us. Nala was just the sweetest dog ever.
We did take her to the vet the next day. They did everything. She was covered in fleas. And when we talked to the vet was like, you know, we don't necessarily like this kind of big dog. She's going to be a big dog. You can just see it by her paws. So the best bet that you can do is just leave her back out where you found her. After, it was, I believe, 4 days, we just decided that we'll keep her. And thanks to her, Simba exists.
We were doing another road trip in Serbia. Nala was sick. She was a little sick in the car, so she was vomiting. We pulled over in this village, and it was raining, it was cold. We took Nala out so she could walk and try to calm down. I noticed that there was this cat underneath the car. I'm like, what do I do with this cat? I picked the cat up, and I put it to the side of the road. It just ran immediately straight back underneath the car. Being that we decided to keep the dog, somebody said, well, now I have to get a cat.
Well, yes, because I love cats.
After the second attempt to put this cat to the side of the road, it ran under the car. I picked him up, and I just brought him straight to the front and put him in front of Nala. And those two were like this close to each other, and they were just best friends at that point. And so we put him in the back seat, and meanwhile, our friends, they're like, yeah, take him, take him. At first, we were concerned, like, I hope we didn't steal somebody's cat.
Yeah, because he's so beautiful. It was just such a rare cat to see over there.
At that point, that's when I said, okay, we're not doing any more road trips in Serbia. Every time we do a road trip, we come back with another animal.
Such a traveler. People get so in shock when they see him because, you know, we take him everywhere. He just loves the outside.
And whenever we're walking with him on a leash, that's what people ask us, like, aren't you afraid he's gonna run away? And I'll just drop the leash and I'm like, no, Simba, come back, please. Don't leave me. And he was just looking at us like this.
Truly, Nala and Simba had impacted us in a way that, you know, we were aware of the problems that street animals have around the world, but we have become even more sensitive to that and to the fact that they're precious and we just love them so much. We want to do everything that we can. And so we became a foster home. And we have had 9 cats in the last 6 months. We have found home for all of them.
All of them except one.
We have a foster failure.
We were moving from Lithia here to Madrid, and they didn't really have a place for the cats, so we were fostering them and we're trying to find them a home. One of them found a home, And if we didn't find a home for Lucy before we left, the chances are he was going to be put back into the streets. She just kept telling me, like, I don't want to see him go back in the streets. I'm like, I know, but we need to just keep working on finding him a home. Do you really want another cat? And that was my mistake. I shouldn't have asked if she really wanted another cat. I knew the answer. When it was coming time for us to move, I'm like, let's just keep him. Like, I don't want to see him go back in the street. He's a really good cat. He's playful, he's affectionate, he is cool with Nala, he loves Simba. His growth has been amazing.
I cannot tell you how happy it makes me when I have them both on a leash and we're walking down the street. And it's not because of people's reaction or anything. It's just, I see them like discovering the world together. I just love seeing them, you know, enjoying their surroundings.
The way they go and explore, just seeing that makes us happy. Simba and Nala was always very close-knit since the very first day. So they slept together the very first night. Just seeing that dynamic grow was always amazing to me. And now seeing it with Lucy, it has definitely been another aspect of it that I didn't expect. Simba is just the most easygoing cat in the world. Like, he makes every situation comfortable for himself. He makes life look easy, and I hate him for it.